Hi everyone! I wanted to show you how much castings I collected so far from my oldest bean, which is a little bit over 6 months old. So this is the finest stuff that went through this mesh. And I'm going to use it for pots. I used a couple of handfuls before for my houseplants. So this is not all, but I feel like this is absorbing moisture from the air because it was very fine and crumbly, like it's still crumbly, but it's definitely more wet than it was. And I'm just waiting for tiny bit better weather, maybe tomorrow, so I can go and use it in my garden in the pots, because I don't want any worms to get there. And this is sifted very carefully. I also went through this material several times, picked up all the smallest cocoons, and I didn't find any worm here. And this is waiting a couple of months now, maybe more. So okay, this is the stuff that didn't go through this mesh but went through this. And I looked through this stuff, a piece of plastic, several times. I would say the other one was like 99% castings. Here is some material, some bedding, but not much. And again, it started to form bigger clumps probably like a week ago. So I think it's time to use it in the garden. This will go either to bigger pots, so in case I'm not able to water something, the worms will be able to survive, or it will go directly to the garden. But I think that this stuff is ready. So I went through this many times looking for any cocoons, any worms, and I will do it once again before I use it in the garden, just to make sure. But it's harder and harder because it forms bigger and bigger clumps. What I may do is to dissolve it in water and just water my plants, but I will see. And okay, so here we have the newest part that I harvested a few days ago. So we still have some sprouts here. We probably have a few cocoons, maybe a few baby worms. I didn't have baby worms in the other beans because I sifted the bean when I created my cocoon nursery beans. So I pulled out most of the cocoons before, so I didn't really have baby worms in my bin to go through the sifter. But here I already picked up several baby worms and several cocoons. So yeah, I will go through this quite a few more times before I will use it in the garden. I have 2 other beans to use first, but I think also there's plenty of castings in my main worm bin that I can sift now. So I'll probably use one of my castings bins tomorrow if there's only a little bit better weather. It's very cold outside and it's rainy and sunny alternatively, so it's not the weather for me in this moment. I had a cold and then a cat came to sleep in my bed in the night, and I'm allergic to cats, and since then I struggle with my voice. I don't want to make it worse, and you know, it's been a couple of weeks now and I don't sound like myself still. So okay, I just found the cocoon, and because of the sun, not sure if you can see, there's worm in it. Like, you can see the worm. Can you? Probably not. Probably not. Yeah, I lost it. But there's another one I can see. We'll find it in a moment. So yeah, there are my 3 bins with harvested casting. I don't want to mix them together because the finest one will go to the pots, the other one will go to the bigger pots or to the garden, and this one I will check several more times to see if I can find any. Now there's empty cocoon, so there's probably worm somewhere there. So I'm going to go through it probably now, quickly check it, but until it goes to the garden it will be a few weeks, at least a couple. So I will make sure I will find all the worms, all the cocoons, so they don't go into my garden. That will work for me. Okay, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.